process. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia maybe about 10, 11 years ago, probably a year after I had my little girl, and she'll be 11 next month. And so I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia because I was suffering from a lot of pains in my arms and my hip area. It felt like I had either a pinched nerve, but it would cause me to limp on occasions. So I went and undergo multiple testing. They did blood work, they did a rheumatoid arthritis testing, they did a muscular sclerosis testing, just to make sure I didn't have MS, make sure I didn't have arthritis, and I passed all of those testings. So they allowed me or advised me to go and visit a rheumatologist who eventually diagnosed me as fibromyalgia, putting me on medication called Lyrica. Well, for a couple of years I took the Lyrica, but it felt like it didn't do any justice. I just felt like I was just wasting a copay and just popping pills just for the sake of it. My lifestyle was, I was involved in church, of course. I was always running around. Both my husband and I involved in ministry. So food cooking was not good. Fast food on a lot of times, not all, but say occasions. We would eat fast foods quite often. We just did not respect our bodies. And so over the years, my fibromyalgia grew worse, and they even considered putting me on a narcotic type of medication because the Lyrica wasn't working the way that it was supposed to be working. Well, of course I refused, because I refuse to be on any type of narcotics that causes me to be drowsy all the time, not focused. Just a variety of different things. They put me on things like Cymbalta. They try to put me on some antidepressants, and that stuff just made me depressed. And I think I probably stayed on it a week or so, and I was like, I can't do this because I'm not depressed. This is making me depressed. So I refused to put any medication in my system that was not solely catered to fibromyalgia. Another word out there: be careful of what you take. Look for what it is for, because it can trigger some things that are not even in there, and that's a spiritual revelation that the enemy may try to cause you to be depressed because of other issues. So be careful of what you're taking. But anyway, on another note, I started a journey, and I got so down. I could be enjoying praise and worship, enjoying service, enjoying life with the kids. I could be doing anything, and then all of a sudden pain hits. You just never know when it comes, and it put me on my bottom. So I could be up standing around laughing, and then all of a sudden my legs start hurting, and then I'm sitting down for the next few hours or a couple of days. It was just really bad. It was just interrupting my life. I had to smile a lot of times when I wanted to cry, and trying to explain it to my husband just wasn't the best. He understands, but he don't understand what it's like to suffer with pain all the time in the body, from the hip bone to the back, and just laying down is just a relief of going to sleep, so you don't feel the pain. And so I wanted to start journaling what God gave me to heal. I started this in February. We're now at the end of June, and I'm gonna tell you, it was successful. I fell off the wagon, just like a person got to come back to AA meetings. I fell off. Yeah, I backslid. And what I want to do is start journaling my days. I got really down, depressed. My pastor even knew it, and I didn't tell no one, but he even asked me about it. And I was in my bed just so sick and tired of hurting and nothing working. And I just kept asking God, why I keep going through this, it sucks. And he brought up Daniel to me. And now I've already known about the eating right thing, and I wasn't doing it all the time, just not focused. And he brought up Daniel, and the conversation Daniel had with one of the Babylonians. Sorry, my video's there. But he brought up the conversation that he had with one of the soldiers, the Babylonian soldiers, the guards, and ones that was responsible for him. He said, you guys are going to get me in trouble if you don't eat this food that we have. And Daniel stood up and said, we can't eat what you have. And so for the sake of the Babylonian soldier, which obviously Daniel must have found favor in his sight, for he won't be at risk. But at the same time, Daniel said, okay, give us 10 days. 10 days to eat what we eat, which is fruits and vegetables, and watch our countenance be better than those that are eating these other things. And so God gave me a revelation that our bodies was designed to heal itself. Now, I learned that from Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, and I knew that, but the revelation hit me even with the sickness, because I didn't need to lose that much weight. I mean, I'm fine, but I still want to lose weight, but it wasn't visible to others that I needed to lose weight. And he told me, I made your body to heal itself. What you're putting in your body is causing you to be sick, because they said there's no cure for fibromyalgia, and I beg to differ. That day I woke up, and I remember it like yesterday. It's just like when I stopped smoking cigarettes. When I made up my mind, I stopped. I made up my mind to be right, to get rid of medications. It's not going to work. This ain't going to work. And that day I went on a juice, not a juice, but a fruit and vegetable fast. And started to detox my body first. I told my pastor, I told my husband, I don't know how long God wanted me to do it, but I'm going to do this. So I did this for a few days, and then he gave me permission to add fish and chicken. No red meat, no grease, no fried foods. I stopped coffee, no sugar. This is sugar, and I started doing honey and tea. Tea in the morning, I'll do a tea in the evening, possibly, just depends. And I started exercising. And I'm going to tell you, I have not felt that way in years. The best. These last 4 or 5 months has been wonderful. I hadn't suffered no pain. I haven't felt fibro. If I felt a little sharp pain come, try to ease in, I would immediately say, by his stripes I am healed, and I am healed by his stripes. And I'm going to tell you, my body began to feel so much better. I was able to wear heels in church, enjoy praise and worship, be mobile. The cold weather came, and if anyone knows about fibro, which is related to rheumatoid arthritis, when the cold weather hits, it's the worst time for us. We suffer. And when it came, I was so comfortable. I didn't feel no pain. I was out with the kids making snowmans. I felt wonderful, and I was so amazed. And God was letting me know that it worked. Now, I slipped up because I lost both my grandfathers in a week. And then within that month later, I lost an aunt that I loved dearly. And if anyone knows about this in your life, there's a lot of food that come. You know, people bringing food, you're eating. I got off track. And what happened was, I got really accustomed to eating fast food, greasy food again. When I did so well for 4 months of not putting that stuff into my body. And so now I'm starting back fresh, and I wanted to start journaling and taking you with me on this journey, because I really believe that God gave me the answers, gave me the healing, the secret to heal fibromyalgia. I really deep in my spirit believe that that's what it was, is that what we're taking in. Because there's no cure, because you can't trace it, I really believe that all of this grease, these fried foods, these fast foods, these different things that we are observing in our body, or that we are absorbing in our body, is really causing our bodies to react the way that they are. And God created these things, these natural things that was designed for us to eat. And I believe that within those things are the nutrients and the necessary attributes that are needed to allow our bodies to keep rejuvenating, to heal. So this is day 1. I just want to kind of time to time share with you as I upload different journeys as you go with me in the healing process. I'm starting back over, and I want you to start. Oh my God. Oh Lord, y'all, it was just almost a wreck. This lady ain't paying attention when she got over. start this journey, because there's no need to hold a secret. I seen it work for 4 or 5 months, and the best thing is I seen it work during the cold months. That was a true test, because that's when our bodies ache the most, and it works. It really works. So go along with me. This is a long journey. I will be coming in, checking in from time to time, letting you know what I ate, what I did throughout the day. I do Taekwondo, so I kind of do that twice a week to keep my body going. But I need to get back. I was doing standard